Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Kawira Mwangaza has now been impeached twice. And twice she has been saved by the Senate. Now, in the last impeachment, immediately she was saved in a very dramatic manner where videos were played of members of parliament ganging up against her because she's a woman. And she was really received with a lot of jubilation by the members, the citizens in Meru County. But the MCAs are at it again because no sooner had she set foot in her motherland or in Meru soil, the MCAs tabled another impeachment motion. And this time round, they are also targeting the CESs, the county secretary, and the chief of staff, those who are working closely with Kawira Mwangaza. But I'm happy that finally Kawira Mwangaza is planning to do what we have been asking him all along to do. It is reported that Governor Kawira Mwangaza says she's ready for the dissolution of Meru County government following a petition to impeach CSS, county secretary, and chief of staff. And the reason we have been requesting Kawira Mwangaza to do this is because there seems to be a lot of joke from that county. I know I'm not from that county, but from what we saw from the proceedings at the Senate, it came out very clearly that Meru County is full of male chauvinism. They have not welcomed the fact that they can be led by a lady, by a mother, notwithstanding that all of us came from mothers. And this is the first time in Kenya we are witnessing such kind of shenanigans. In 2017, the former governor of Makueni, Kivutha Kibwana, was also confronted with the same situation. And the MCAs wanted to blackmail him. Every now and then they wanted allowances to travel, to go on retreats, and he refused. When they kept on threatening and intimidating him, he decided to petition the president to dissolution, for a dissolution to dissolve that county. And first he went to his fellow colleagues and shared with them. And this is what they reported.
That the people of Makueni want that government suspended. And I thought that before that step is taken, it would be good to share it with my colleagues so that they are in the picture. And we will begin the process of requesting them to collect signatures this week.
Provisions of the County Governments Act gives the people of Makueni an opportunity to petition His Excellency the President to take steps that will culminate in a fresh vote and a fresh mandate to a new leadership that will put the interests of the people above else.
We will collect from each ward 10% of the registered voters, and our registered voters are around 350. So that process is, we have started that.
Apparent that the management of county affairs in Makueni has completely broken down, and that internal and external players have become uncaringly belligerent.
And you know, the procedure of dissolving a county is not very easy, but it only involves, it just takes one person who will petition the president, one person from that county of course, who will petition the president to suspend the government. And then they shall embark on getting signatures. And they must get at least 10% of signatures of the number of registered voters in that county. Then the president, within 14 days after receiving the petition, will scrutinize it. If he's convinced, will form a commission of inquiry, sort of, that will look into the nitty-gritties, what has been put before him, the reasons why that county must be dissolved. And then that committee will report back to the president, and the president, if the president gives them the green light, then the president will take the findings to the Senate, and if they approve it, then the county will be dissolved and people will seek a fresh mandate. And why do I have a feeling that this is the only solution? Number one, there are members of the county assembly who are not sure whether they can be re-elected. Because you know what happens during elections. Some of them, by a whisker, they were elected, they passed. They even defeated their opponents by just a few votes. And if you subject them to another election, they are afraid they might not even accept to go back to the elections. And Kawira must take an advantage of this. Number two, for people to go for elections, they will be given time to campaign. You know, campaigns are always very vigorous, and they might not be very willing to use their money, because campaigns, you know, you must be oil people's pockets, and the campaigns are very vigorous. So some of them might not even go back to campaign, because for the very period that they've been there for for 1 year, people already know whether they are in the right trajectory. So if there is a member of MCA who has been playing around, only making noise, only trying to impeach Kawira, then the people will give them, because the people of Meru already know them. It will be an opportunity for the people to retaliate if they really love Kawira Mwangaza, and they know those who have been intimidating, trying to impeach her every now and then. The people will revenge and they will be voted out. Number three, some of these MCAs have taken loans. Some of them had moved from the houses where the residential houses, and they have gone to at least a little bit executive houses that befit them, befit these teachers as members of the county assembly. So they will not be happy if someone does not have another side hustle. She or he was only depending on the salary from the county assembly kitty, then that will be a problem. They will not, because for the period that they will be, you know, campaigning and all this, you never know. They will not be getting that money, because once a county government has been dissolved, we don't have leaders, we don't have, you know, the members of the county assembly. And this is also an opportunity to showcase just how much love people have for her, because the campaign will be there and it will attract very many people. So people will show the whole nation, because we've seen people saying that Kawira Mwangaza has lost touch with the people. She's using county money, misusing county, all those allegations. If it is true that Kawira Mwangaza has been misbehaving, then the people themselves will tell us when people go for elections. The other thing why the county of Meru must be dissolved, this is the time she will know those who are behind it. Now, they have accused the deputy. This time round, they will agree whether she's going for the polls again with her deputy, or the deputy will break away and try and contest. Then it will be known that he was one of the people who are behind the unnecessary ouster of Kawira Mwangaza. Mithika Linturi cannot, because he's already a cabinet secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture. Kiraitu Murungi has got some docket. I know the only person who can be a formidable force there is Peter Munya. Because apart from Peter Munya, I don't think there is any other formidable force. I don't think that the deputy can do this. But it will be an opportunity for her to know the opponents. It will also be another opportunity to test the Mount Kenya unity. Because Moses Kuria has been saying that people like the DP are behind her woes. So we will see what the trajectory that the central leadership will take, who will be against her, who will be campaigning for her. And this time around, she must get the sympathy votes. From what transpired in Bomas, she's actually going to get sympathy votes, because they are basically intimidating Kawira Mwangaza. Now, women will be with her. People like Anne Waiguru, Susan Kihika, they will be there. Members of parliaments who are women, they will stand with her in solidarity. And I even think that William Ruto will stand with her. And this is an opportunity to go back to the polls. And I think that some of those MCAs who are really giving her trouble might be voted out so that they begin afresh. And the last, but not the least, is the fact that the Meru, the people of Meru need to be given services. When there are a lot of Wrangles, they are deprived of their services. They woke up, they elected their leaders, the members of the county assemblies, the governor, and all that. They need to get the best. Whenever there are Wrangles within the political Wrangles within that county, there is no time. They are ever debating impeachment motions from the county assembly. They are in court. They are in the Senate. Kawira is vindicated. They are back at it again. They don't have time to work for the people.